Okay, so this problem says find the logarithm using the change of base formula. Now this log right here has a base of 9, and we're taking the log base 9 of 70. Well, your calculator actually just has most calculators at least, just have two log buttons. They have the basic log button, which doesn't have a base labeled on it, but the base of that log button on your calculator is actually base 10. That's called the common log. It has a base 10, and so even though you don't see that on your calculator, when you hit the log button on your calculator, it's base 10. The other log button you have on your calculator is base e. Log base e is actually known as the natural log, which we write as ln. You'd think a natural log would be NL, but it's LN for natural log. So you have a natural log button on your calculator, and you have a log button on your calculator. Both of these have base 10 or base E. So in this problem, we have base 9. We're not going to be able to type that in our calculator with the base 9 as it is right now. So what we're going to have to do is change the base. That's why they suggest using the change of base formula. We need to change it to some base which our calculator has so that we can type it in. So this one, what we're going to do is follow this change of base formula here that I've written. If we have an old base A, and we want to change it to a new base, let's say it's B, we can do that as long as we make a fraction of it. We'll take the log base B of M divided by the log base B of A, where A was our old base. So this will turn into one of two things. I'm going to show you both. We can either do log base 10 of 70 divided by log base 10 of 9, which when you type that in your calculator, all you would have to do is do log button, then you do your 70, then you'd hit your divide, because divide is the same thing as a fraction, and then you'd hit the log again, and you'd hit the 9. You don't have to hit the 10 button because it's already assumed that the 10 is there, because your log button on your calculator is a basic log 10, like log base 10. So that's the one way you could do it. The other way you could do it is to do it with the natural log. So you could do ln of 70 divided by ln of 9, and that would be changing your new base to base e. And if you type that in your calculator, all you'd have to do is hit the ln 70 divided by ln 9, and both of these would give you the exact same answer. And that answer is about 1.93. Sorry if you can hear my baby in the background. So it doesn't matter which base you change it to, but what you're doing is you're changing the base. So there's no exponents in here. When you're typing in your calculator, you shouldn't be raising anything to an exponent. Logs have bases. These are called bases. And so remember that the two basic ones in your calculator are the log base 10 and the log base E. But the buttons that show on your calculator is just what's called the log and what's called the natural log. So hopefully that can help you solve problems with the change of base.